2023, where we look at 2 Pokemon and decide who the best one is. We do it, you do it. We're all here together. My name is Jay. I use they, them pronouns. We're not going to go do the whole thing. I have a couch of friends with me. We have Riley on the board. We have everyone here to talk about Pokemon. How are we feeling about Pokemon? Generally
opinionated.
Better than I don't.
Okay.
Good answer. Thank you.
Did anyone have a particularly good night of Pokemon sleep last night?
I sure the fuck did.
Holy fuck!
You know I use those recovery incenses.
Riley, I caught a shiny Riolu last night.
Oh shit! We're still on. We'll be right back. By the way.
Oh, are we?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They heard all of that for what it's worth.
Okay, alright, that's fine. Y'all get the idea. This is normally a podcast. That's still more than you usually get. Y'all, if you don't know, Champs of the Making is a Pokemon Bracket podcast where we took all the Pokemon they done made, put them into a big tournament, and have been slowly going through them for so long that I think I was fundamentally a different person when we began than I am today.
You ate wrong.
Goddamn,
Goddamn, girl. You're right.
Not me.
Okay, alright.
I'm new to this.
Wait, yeah, that's true. Have you not been on before?
No.
Oh, damn, welcome.
Mac, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Awesome.
I'm a Pokemon baby, so it's Eevee.
That's fair.
We are in round 4. We have a series of matchups today. Riley, do you want to read matchups off and we can sort of get this thing going?
The way this system's going to work is I will read out the matchup, you will type them into those 2 silly little gray boxes, and they will appear on screen for you, my viewer. Can I get someone out there to set a timer?
I have a phone.
Oh.
Set a timer. Yeah, we all have minutes.
So here, yeah. All right. Then
We're doing an hour, right?
Oh.
You're right. We're fucking doing an hour.
We're doing 40 minutes because it's 8:23.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a podcast you can see.
40 minutes.
And Riley, if people want to be involved in the voting process, how can they do that?
Well, that's right. You, a viewer, can be involved in the voting process by donating $5. Your vote will be added to the pool. We have multiple people watching Tiltify, and if you donate, just fucking mention it in the chat, and we'll just fact check it.
Hey,
But
if they donate multiples of 5, do they get multiple votes? Or
No,
is it
it's a
one
democracy.
It's
it's a
yeah.
democracy.
One person.
One vote per person per
One
round.
vote for
Use it
$5.
wisely.
But you get to use multiple votes. You could vote on multiple
One
Pokemon.
vote per matchup.
Yeah.
Yes, one vote per matchup.
All right, and let me
We're
just
gonna
put
get
that
a lot of
on
these, then.
screen real quickly, just for.
While you're doing that, we can go ahead and get. I think we should go ahead and get started if the timer's rolling. Is the
Okay.
timer rolling?
It's not. I have it on pause. We're good.
All right.
All right.
About ready.
The first matchup is Gligar versus Sylveon.
All right. Gut check. 1, 2, 3.
Gligar.
I do like Gligar. He's a funky little vampire. I know it's going to be Sylveon who goes forward here, and I don't have a
It doesn't have to be.
bat.
Is the thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
it does.
we
All
can
right.
stand for
All right.
we can stand for principle and good tradition.
All right, let's hear some
Gligar
arguments.
is a good Pokemon. Gligar
Yeah.
is
I'm not
fun,
on,
it's
but I wanna
funky,
just
he
bring
flies
up
around, he
something
glides
people
around, he's
don't
got a
know
big old
about
tail, he's really cute, I like his little poison personality.
All the things that you said can be said about Gligar except for the poison personality.
Sylveon is the worst evolution.
It's very tight.
It
Are you
looks
fucking
bad. It's
No.
it looks
Sure,
bad. It's the
but-
worst type in
All right.
Pokemon.
I
I hate
disagree with
it.
that.
Is
Okay.
the bone
Sorry,
made
we-
of flesh? And that question bothers
It
me.
is. Those things are all fleshy
Yeah.
little tendrils that come off of an Eevee.
Andrew said what I wanted to bring up, so.
Yep.
It's got fleshy,
Agreed.
it's got fleshy little
Oh shit!
tendrils.
Ad break.
It's
shit.
fine.
It's fine.
It's got
I-
fleshy
I-
little tendrils, and it's ugly. I hate it.
I
I
disagree
don't-
about the typing, but I agree about the tendrils. I've never understood the ribbons. It's over-designed. I don't.
Yep.
I feel that way about a lot of Gen 5 and Gen 6 Pokemon, and Sylveon's one of them.
If I know it is the trans flag color.
And that rules.
I know that they designed the flag after Sylveon. Okay? Take that away. Take away the fact that
Give it a
people
shine
associate it with transness.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
No,
Me
it's
too.
so cute. It's
I'm-
cute. I love
unfortunately-
the eyes are so cute.
Unfortunately,
Oh, I was
I'm
gonna say the
biased
eyes
to
are so
evolution.
dead.
Those are what take me out of it. Those are genuinely what take me out of it.
Yeah.
The eyes are so different from
Yes.
older evolution's eyes. Because
Yes.
it's that problem where Pokemon look less like animals than they used to in a lot of ways, which can be fine. With this is not an evolution to
It's
me.
got
This
Funko
is a,
Pop eyes.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
does,
That
it
is my
does
problem.
have really weird eyes.
Here's-
Sylveon is my buddy on Pokemon Go, but
Here's the thing with Sylveon.
Not your best buddy.
Is
not my
that-
best buddy.
The thing with Sylveon is that it is a fairy type. Fairies are
Yes.
fucking weird creatures. It
Yup.
has weird fucked
Yup.
up eyes. It's gonna take your soul. It has flesh tendrils. That's sick. It's because it's a fairy.
I think it's a.
important.
No, that's not what they're going for. They just over-designed a dog.
Now
Yes, they did.
here's my thing right
Well,
now.
what would you do for a fairy evolution?
I wouldn't make one.
I would just get rid of the ribbons. That's genuinely it for me.
So
I think tonally, I always think of the evolutions as like the tonal representation of a new type when they introduce it. So like Umbreon,
Goth.
What?
Yeah.
Goth. I guess they didn't do it
But,
for
like,
Steel.
They
that's fine.
didn't.
Only for the
When they do it with a new evolution, they're trying to introduce a new type, and I think that it embodies both the whimsy of the fairy, but also just kind of the little stinker of a fairy.
freak show
I
nature.
appreciate that
Yeah,
aspect.
yeah.
I think Gligar is a fun little guy. I think Gliscor is the stronger design.
True.
I
Riley.
look at Gligar and I.
No.
Sorry, Riley.
here's the thing about Gligar. Gligar glides through the air without a sound as if it were sliding. This Pokemon hangs onto the face of its foe using its clawed hind legs and the large pincers on its forelegs. Then it ejects its prey with poison.
It does face hugger alien stuff?
Yep.
I have to vote for Gligar.
Now,
So when I
Sylveon.
look at Gligar, I immediately think of Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia and how
Okay.
fucking
That's
annoying this little
Okay.
asshole was in the best, and the fact that it conjures that memory so vividly. I'm like, I gotta go.
I was gonna
Gligar.
say, is that positive or negative for
Yeah.
you? Now we know. Okay.
Sylveon, this Pokemon uses its ribbon-like feelers to send a soothing aura into its
Feelers?
opponent's
I hate
eraser
feelers.
force.
I don't like that.
Don't call them feelers. Ah.
They're feelers. They're feelers. They can
don't like
feel
it.
you.
I will also say, on a mechanical level, Sylveon also is really annoying to me because it is one of those Pokemon that it seems like they pushed for no reason by giving it
It's quite
Pixelate
good.
as an ability,
Yeah,
so you can use Hyper Voice to get a fairy type for no real reason.
Yeah.
It's just really annoying to me. I feel like they tried too hard with Sylveon in a way that detracts from
They're
it.
trying to force feed this evolution down.
Yeah, they're like, no, fairy type is cool. We only had to back end half of the Pokemon that already existed to make it viable.
I
And
think it's a good-
now they all look terrible moving forward.
I think it's a good 3D Pokemon design is difficult. Sylveon came out post 3D transition. I think using the ribbon feelers to give it a sense of motion in the animation looks very nice. I love that she accessorizes. I'll give you that maybe it's like a little overtuned, but I don't necessarily think of that as like a defiant, like, well, Sylveon's too good, we gotta kill her. Like,
I think we're in round 4. I gotta
We
get my
got-
points in.
We should do some votes here.
All right.
Yeah.
Votes on the board. Please say your name as you raise it because I can't make out your shapes over
Okay.
there. All right. All for Gligar.
Jay.
Emma.
Yeah.
Riley? Emma, that's 4, right?
Okay.
How many do we have over there on the couch?
there
more?
are 4 more.
7.
All right, so all for Sylveon is Wheels, Jacqueline,
Mac.
Mac, and Sam.
That's me.
All right. Right now we are at a tiebreaker to which I want to bring up to you, chat. You have $5 you can spend. Otherwise,
The first person that donates $5 decides this one.
Yeah.
That is true.
$5 now.
and if it doesn't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply ask. I'm going to go upstairs and ask somebody.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
That
have.
is
Or should we
Could
just
be-
go to the next matchup until
We-
someone donates to
Let's-
decide this one?
Let's do that and we
Okay.
can decide later
Okay.
if we need to.
Okay.
Because I would rather get a donation to decide than just get a random.
That
'cause
is
that gives us
absolutely
money.
true.
Riley, who do we have up
Yeah.
next?
The next one is a Sinisty versus
That's cute.
Geibel.
Who?
Gibble.
Sinister.
Gibble.
Gibble.
Gibble. Gibble's my little guy.
That sounds like you're doing the
Gibble.
Well, that's how he sounds in the anime.
That's how he do.
I'm like,
Gligar Sylveon.
I'm like 85% sure that Gibble is why the Sam hate corner started on our Sunday sleepover streams.
Do you hate Gibble?
I really fucking do.
Say more about that.
It
Gibble's
looks.
an extra life champion.
Gibble is an extra life champion from the past.
It has the famous clip where we all got excited about Gibbles talking in the Pokemon anime.
Gibble!
The
Gibble!
like we did.
That
All right.
Gibble is historic to Moonshot.
All right, I would like to hear Sam's point against Gibble.
I think that it's like baseline Fuecoco, first of all, number one, which is fine. Like it's this thing walks so that Fuecoco can run. I
Interesting.
don't like what it evolves into. I think that this dragon is fine, but it's
whole
just,
evolution
but the
line or just-
evolution line. Yeah, I was judging
Interesting.
it not in the champs, not in the
Interesting.
champs way, but the whole evolution line.
I disagree with you in my heart and soul, but I'm gonna let you keep going. Okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll open it up to.
I
other
understand the Garchomp criticism, the Gen 4, the criticism everything looks like a Digimon. I kind of understand
Yeah.
that criticism, but I
Yeah.
also think that it is just kind of part of the design philosophy of Gen 4 to kind of have a little bit of extra ornamentation.
I
you
also-
kind of see that foreshadowed in like the ear buns,
Yeah,
that like
sure.
the direction we're gonna go. It retains the cuteness you would expect out of a first stage.
I was gonna say,
can
I
we get
also-
a better
I-
image of Sinisty?
I was just doing that, yeah.
You know,
I was gonna say, I object to the idea that Gibble has that problem. I do agree that Garchomp does, Lucario, whatever. I don't think Gibble does. I think it's
Oh,
a cute little
Sinisty
guy.
has a face. I was
Yeah.
just like,
Sure does.
I am
Yeah.
endeared by this floating teacup.
Yeah, and now you can be, and it has a face.
and
It has a face.
has more shit
And
to it.
10 million ads.
Because
Yeah.
it has a phony form and an antique form, so you can evolve it differently,
That's a
and
good
that's
design.
why I hate Sinisty more, because I have caught so many of these fuckers looking for an antique,
It
and I
is-
can't find it, and so that'll make me vote for
It is the most like artificial scarcity.
that's
We
shit.
do have a
Okay.
$5 donation for Sylveon.
Let's go!
Sylveon takes it.
Trans
Do it.
rights!
Glad
Trans rights! Trans rights!
To be fair, it is good that the face
We
hunter
have
Pokemon has been
two.
eradicated.
$5 donations for Sylveon.
Ah.
Let it slide.
It was always gonna end that way. Sylveon moves forward, etc., etc. Yeah, Sinisty, I've been on record, I love the idea of Sinisty and Poltegeist, but I think the tea looks gross. I think they just look sloppy, and like if they dripped on me, I think if that thing dripped on your clothes would burn. Like,
Yeah.
They'd be possessed.
there's
does-
a hazard to this thing.
It
that I
does
think
kind
is
of look like
underaddressed.
purple molasses.
That is kind of my problem with Sinisty.
It's got a weird texture.
I would like to say about
With-
Gibble, I know I've said this previously on Champ, so I'm going to say it again. If you ever picked up a pug, those dogs
Yeah.
are way heavier and denser.
Yeah,
than they like to
dog.
be.
You're
You mentioned
right.
Coco, who's that way. Gibble is also for sure
I think
on
so,
that
Rock.
shit. I believe actual like in-game metrics that is also true, but it also just looks like that.
What's the weight distribution on that thing?
Let me get it for you right
You
now.
got it? All right.
I'm pulling it up in the chat. We are looking at a 45.2 pound dog.
That's-
What?
And it's like
That
this
is even
big.
that is even
How
heavier than I
tall?
thought.
How
It's
tall?
like
How
2
tall?
feet
That's a-
tall.
2 feet tall,
2
all
feet
mouth,
tall.
like
Denser than a black
it's
hole.
this big and this much his mouth. That is Pac-Man with little limbs.
Yeah, also with the chat, where does Gibble keep his organs? That's not his tongue, babe. That's his tummy.
That is
Similarly.
efficiency of design. You
Yep.
just put the
Sinisty.
tongue right on the tummy.
the goo is the brain.
It's like one of those.
These are my takes.
It's like one of those sessile animals that doesn't have a
That's
hole
its
on both
organs.
ends.
We have a
No,
$5
I agree.
dono
It's
in
not
right now.
It's just the muscles.
What do we got, Riley?
$5 dono in for Gibble.
Does anyone have an argument for Sinisty? I feel like we've been a little harsh on it.
I'm surprised Sinisty's made it this far in.
I
I think
think
it's a good
that
design.
Sinisty is
I think it's
cute, but like,
But
that's pure vibes, baby.
Yeah.
it's,
Now,
it's
this-
fun for the same reason I hate it, is because of the phony and antique. This thing would
Yeah.
never have a catch rate if it didn't have that.
Does Sinisty have the top of it that comes out and the little feet that come down? Or is
No.
that
No, that's
only,
Poltegeist,
That's only
which I think is
Poltegeist?
grosser. I
This
think
thing's
Poltegeist
garbage.
is
I hate
worse.
this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My take is Poltegeist is worse because it just looks like it's gonna drip on you all day for the rest of your life until you die or it dies.
Does anybody
It's all
want to
been dead.
stand up for Sinisty right now and vote for Sinisty?
I will give Sinisty the thing that I like, that it's got the little pinky stick.
That is
Yeah,
cute.
that's
That is. Let's go back. There it is.
But Gibble wins. Yes.
Gibble,
Yeah.
Gibble
I
obviously.
think Gibble wins.
Gibble sweep, Gibble sweep,
Gibble
Gibble
sweep.
Gibble
Gibble
sweep.
sweep.
Gibble sweep, Gibble sweep.
He mouth, he tummy.
Everyone, can I get a Gibble?
Gibble. That's good.
Great job. The next matchup is Snorlax versus Cryogonal. I've got a fucking
Oh.
bone to
Wait,
pick.
can we just
How?
finish
Why
this
is
right
that?
away?
I have a bone to pick with Snorlax at this point.
Oh,
Okay, I mean, sure, we know. Whatever, go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
This is gonna be
go
so
for it.
stupid.
Wait,
This is
start-
gonna be
wait,
the
start
dumbest
time.
matchup of all time. Hell yeah, go.
This motherfucker says I sleep bad.
Say that.
He's so hungry every fucking moment of the day. He wants specific beans, specific curries, specific. I don't want that today. Like, you gotta fucking eat. It's what we collected, dipshit.
That's a skill issue.
No. Pokemon Sleep has turned me against Snorlax because this fucker is the pickiest piece of shit in the West.
Okay.
The evolution
hey,
of
hey,
opinion.
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold
Riley
on.
is just wrong.
Riley.
That's my opinion.
Riley.
Yeah.
Not up or shut up. Are you voting for Cryogonal?
I'm putting my name by it right now. I am.
Name one good thing about Cryogonal.
I got it.
It's
all right.
Cryogonal. Duh.
Cryogonal is radial. I like a motherfucker that's radial. I'm gonna be voting for Snorlax here, but I want to speak up in favor of Cryogonal.
Yeah, I like shapes.
Yeah, I like his
They've
shape.
got good shapes.
I like the Cryogonal. Looks like you could push its top and bottom bits down and click them down into like a perfect hexagon. I think that's fun.
I
Not
don't
very
like that
huggable, though.
I don't like that the ice like obscures the face.
No, it sucks.
Let me see those pearly whites, you know?
The eyes are kind of bad.
What eyes?
I also
Yeah,
like
glowing
not
things.
not to nitpick,
Oh,
but if memory
that's
serves,
bad.
Cryogonal is one of
Oh.
those Pokemon that has the same number straight up and down all of its stats.
Oh,
and if you're not
Oh,
Mew or
fuck
Celebi
that.
or whatever,
'Cause it's a
it is
hexagon.
there's no use for this
Good
man.
question. Who the hell
Um,
did Cryogonal beat to get here?
I'll pull it up.
It had a kind of weak.
Is it a...
Cryogonal,
So-
what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say. So the round 3 matchup.
It
with
beat
Cryogonal-
Celebi!
It did beat Celebi.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you
mean?
You put a bunch of bad people on Champs in the Making. You stopped inviting me and started inviting bad people. I don't know what
That was the cast of additional postage required. I'll have
This is
you
your fault,
It's your
then.
fault.
This is your fault.
What happened? Two things happened there. Two
need
things
a-
happened there. One is that we all
I got-
started talking
I got
about how Celebi looks just kind of withered, and I think that went too far. The other thing is that Kai, voice of Clementina Bianchi on that show, talked about wanting to take a long walk with Cryogonal and learn its secrets because it seemed like a cool, mysterious figure, and we were just all very on board
No,
with that.
Cryogonal is the person you think has like a hidden depth, and then you find out that like that's all he's got.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta tell
it's
Kai, you two have beef
it's
now.
Skin deep.
This motherfucker's shaped like a stop sign, and we need to stop him.
Snorlax.
All,
Yeah, is everyone Snorlax?
all for Snorlax.
Moving
Alright.
the fuck
All for
on.
Snorlax fake
Snorlax.
sleeping on the couch.
I don't know why I defended the loser so hard when we all knew it was.
Cryogonal is a tuxedo max in his brain.
Yeah.
I do want
Yeah.
to say one thing about Cryogonal, which
Shoot.
is that there's a lot of times we get Pokemon that like, it's like, oh man, they looked good in 2D, but they really didn't transition to 3D well. Cryogonal looks that way in its own generation.
Yeah, it looks that
Where
way
you're just
always.
like, oh, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit reflective because you have sunlight.
All for Cryogonal, say aye, and Snorlax moves on.
You just voted for Cryogonal out of spite, Riley.
Yeah,
It's Champs in the Making.
We were
No,
around
I know,
you last
I
night.
know.
We all know you sleep bad. You're not gonna find friends here.
What?
Oh, thanks.
I'm not gonna find friends here?
You're gonna find friends. And Riley, who's our next matchup?
Rabambi versus Rowlet.
Wow, I love both of these Pokemon.
This is a real top of the Lola situation we've got going on here.
I understand that Rabambi
Oh,
is
buddy.
like in overuse now, and Smug
Is
like
it
it
really?
is like I don't remember. Someone told me
It
that.
deserves it.
It is. So both of these Pokemon are great. I love that Rowlet is just an orb. I love that it lives in Ash's backpack. It is.
There's
you know,
so two sweet little faces right here.
yeah. My heart is. I love both of these. My heart leans towards Rabambi. I think there's something so gorgeous about the color palette, as simple as it is. I love the gold on the body. I love the sensible brown scarf that fits with any outfit. And I really like the, sometimes a bug is just cute. I love its little cartoonish feet.
Yeah.
It's Rabambi for me.
Real T-Rex, you're a clown and a fool. So Rowlet made it this far because Rowlet is, I think, the best owl that they have put out.
Yep.
Ooh.
Rowlet is
Wow.
great. Rowlet
Towel.
is that type of shape. They are fantastic. They are friendly. I love the color. I love the face. I love the personality it has.
I think Rowlet's one of the Pokemon that we have a plushie version of in my apartment right now.
It's an extremely plushyable Pokemon. In the game, it turns its head around and looks at you sometimes, and that's
Yeah!
Yeah, because it
Cool
wants to say
guy.
hello.
I love
There's
the
only one person who has
accessory.
a plushie of Rabambi, and it's probably Wheels.
I don't know if they made that.
I would buy one if they did. I like
my,
Rabambi.
My phone is named Rabambi.
Ah,
I legitimately went to Target yesterday and almost bought a Rowlet when I was looking for the walkie-talkies in the toy
Amazing.
section.
its little bow tie is very good. I do. Rabambi's cool for all the reasons Wheels said. I also like that it's bug and fairy. I think that's fun. I know we were talking about a little bit of fairy slander a minute ago with Sylveon, but I like this fairy. I just think it's fun.
Agreed.
I don't like that they make fairy Pokemon by just taking a regular Pokemon and then adding a flesh scarf, but
You know what? Fair, actually.
You know,
That's actually valid.
That's an okay take.
when you say it like that, I do realize there's a little bit of hypocrisy going on with being so against Sylveon and now being like, I like this bug so much.
Greninja should be a fairy. Like, I'm just saying, where Tangela should be.
Yeah.
Where does it end?
Tangela!
Can I
That
get...
is its body, isn't it?
So let's hear some votes right now, because it sounds like we're pretty clear. Is there anybody besides Wheels who's standing up for Rabambi?
I'll stand up for a
I'll
bug.
stand for Rabambi.
Sit
Okay.
down.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, alright.
Hold on here. This is a fucking firefight.
Yeah.
Here.
I'm glad you came in here too. Andrew is on Rabambi. So okay. Here's the thing about Rowlet that I really think is good that Rabambi just does not have, and that is like a clear and distinct personality, right?
Yep.
Completely disagree.
I think I'll have that.
What are you talking about? Rowlet's an orb.
Yeah.
Rabambi will cook for you. Rabambi is the mom friend. Rabambi. I mean, they both accessorize. We can agree on this. But Rabambi is a fashion queen. She could walk the runway and she would not look out of place.
Is it fashion if it is your own flesh?
Yes.
Yes.
Even Rabambi's
Of course.
casket.
Have you seen the Lady Gaga meat dress? It's the same thing.
Have you seen Galarian wheezing?
Even Rabambi's silhouette and posture just exude personality in a way that Rowlet is just an orb, and I love an orb.
It's
but
very
Rowlet-
poetic.
You're absolutely correct.
Ready to hug you though.
You're so right that
Yeah.
we can project a personality onto Rabambi, but Rowlet really goddamn has one.
What are you talking about?
In the way that its
Wait,
sprite
face!
works, in the way that its sprite works, in the way that it itself is a character in the anime, like you know Rowlet so much better than you actually know Rabambi.
Starter bias.
Because they put it in
disagree.
more. It's just a starter.
Yeah, it's a starter.
It's a
starter.
blank-faced owl.
I don't think you can
It's
judge
good.
Rowlet as a Pokemon
It's
by
a fucking-
Ash's Rowlet.
It's a fucking
I think
Voltorb
that should
palette
be something.
swap.
Yes.
And that
I do
works.
think the anime stuff should count as
It's funny because I actually do really like Rowlet.
I love Rowlet.
One point of order. We do, like, Ash's Rowlet should count for something because we talked so much about Mr. Mime in the anime back in the day.
That's true.
We have to allow that to
it's-
count for
And
something.
you
It's
agree with
valid.
it? You think we should have?
I think
That was the right
I
call for
agree
us
that
to
we
do.
brought it up. Yes, we would have. So much discourse would have been lost otherwise.
And that's a good thing, huh?
Yes.
It's
Hi, chat. You can donate $5 to make sure your vote counts.
I would.
Yeah, I was
Can I
gonna say,
speak in-
chat.
Let's. Yeah.
Can I speak in favor of Rowlet?
Please.
Please, more.
It's an owl.
That is true.
Great
Fair
argument.
point.
True.
Can I speak
I think-
in against Rowlet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an owl.
But here's the thing about it being an owl is that they've done owl Pokemon before,
Better.
and yet
This is the best.
I do
Yeah,
like
I
who.
do
Name
like
a
this.
better owl Pokemon.
Noctowl.
Yeah.
Noctowl.
Okay, name one and be correct about it.
But I think that they
Hoot
did.
hoot.
Yeah,
It's also an orb.
Wrong, dumb shit, idiot bastard. Wrong.
Awful
Not a better
opinions from
word.
Riley
No,
Hopkins.
I think they did 3 owl Pokemon, especially having, to be fair, a really good owl Pokemon to start off, and
Rowlet's
very
not-
similar to begin with. I think they did 3 good, but we're not judging it by its evolutions.
I don't
I just
understand why
wanna say
Rowlet
it's
is
great.
grass type. This idea.
You're saying Hoot Hoot, a round 1 loss in Champs in the Making is better than Rowlet?
Yes.
Yes, you got a million different people
No,
on Champs in the
this
Making.
is-
You
Fool
can't
me.
count it that way.
This is a chatter.
Rowlet
Okay.
Rowlet isn't even top 3 owls.
You are a fool.
Noctowl, Decidueye,
All right,
Hoot
okay,
Hoot.
let's-
all better
let's-
than
We don't
Rowlet.
talk
We gotta go
Well,
vote mode. I
Sorry,
feel like.
I that was weird. My mouth
Dave.
opened and a static came out. Noctowl, okay, you're at top. It is the 3rd best owl.
Yes. But
Thank
Jay,
Ringo isn't even the best drummer in the Beatles.
Exactly.
All right.
Listen, that's honestly.
Oh, we just got a
Don't get
donation.
me
We have a
started.
vote for Rowlet.
you have a vote for
Rowlet.
Rowlet? I have a vote for Rowlet.
I have a vote for Rowlet.
Me too.
That's
Oh,
4.
Rowlet.
5.
5.
5.
People are allowed to be wrong.
And that's 1. It's 5 for Rabambi.
So
It's
it's
5 for
tied
Rabambi,
again.
so
We
we need
tied it up.
another tie.
You're
We
gonna
need
have to
another
donate to
stay.
the children.
No, there's 4 for Rabam. Hold on.
5
There's
for
5 and
Rabambi.
5
5 for
because the
Rabambi.
Alexandrites are here now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you. Sorry, we voted for Rabambi, and then you came in. I thought you said, "I'm glad I'm here now." Is it like I
No,
can
I said
short
I'm
this
glad
up for
I'm here
Rowlet?
now.
Wait.
I misunderstood.
That's
I'm here for
We have another vote for Rabambi.
Rabambi
wow.
takes it.
Damn,
Rabambi
everyone
takes
This
it.
is bullshit.
Oh,
donation.
Dumb shit game.
Moronic
Rowlet.
paladin failing to live up to their name.
Rowlet.
I have a friend who's gonna leave me in a ditch on the side of the road.
We all have a friend who's gonna leave us in a ditch on the side of the road, and their name is Riley
No, it's my
Hopkins.
friend Tom.
Okay.
Riley,
We tried.
if you can forgive us enough to tell us who's our next matchup.
We've done so much wrong to Dark Rising 93. Galisapod versus Poliworld.
Ooh.
Oh.
Galisapod, who's this
Yeah,
big guy
this
right
guy.
here.
I don't like it.
Poliworld?
Fuck it.
Why is this in round 3?
Because it's awesome. It's one of the best Sun and Moon Pokemon.
That's
Huge
my
guy.
motherfucker.
I don't like looking at that thing.
I love looking at that thing.
Which thing?
Which thing?
The
Galizapod.
fucking bug. What's it called?
Yeah.
Galisapod.
Galizapod can please die.
And that's the thing too, is that it
No.
knows that, and so its ability is to fast exit, right?
Yeah,
It's that
it's
guy.
fast
So
exit.
it's just like, oh no, I know. Let me
Yeah,
get
it's
out of
ugly.
here.
I'm sorry.
It's ugly and unreliable.
I'm deleting it.
I think
Compared to
If I-
Poliwhirl, who's just here to have a good time.
Poliworld's great.
Alright,
Da-da-da.
Listen, if I see this thing in my house, I'm asking my wife to get a glass
Yeah.
and a piece of paper
Yeah.
to put it outside.
That's the
So
size of a
much
human
better than
man.
what
Yeah.
I would do.
That is the
See,
size of
I'm
that is
familiar.
bigger than
Big
us.
My partner keeps isopods, and I won't even hold the little ones. Like, and they're all,
But what if
I don't
one
want
could give
that
you a
anywhere
hug?
near me.
What if one could give you a hug?
How,
Emma?
hey, gamers, how tall? Give me a guess.
Oh, that means
I don't
six
wanna know.
fucking feet.
I think it's like
Galisapod.
4'6".
Yeah.
It's
7 feet.
6 feet.
6'7",
Fuck.
238 pounds.
Yes!
I think
Yes!
I think Galizapod lives and dies by the personality of the NPC that it's attached to. I think without Guzma, Galizapod is nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
In defense of Poliwhirl, it is a wonderful design in that
Yep.
it is simple and yet it evokes the animal because there is
Yes.
a
Yep.
frog,
Yes.
a tadpole
Yes.
species like that.
Yes.
I think it's called like a glass frog or something.
Yeah.
Where you can see through it and you see the organs and there is sort of a spiraling intestine thing.
Yep.
It takes the disgusting but interesting aspect about the animal, makes it extremely cute. I love that he has little gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Poliwhirl,
about the accessories.
best partner Pokemon in all of the Pokemon like extended media.
In adventures, in the
Yes.
manga, and
Yes.
everything. That is
It
extremely
is
true.
the creator of Pokemon's favorite Pokemon.
Yes.
True.
Oh, is it
True
really?
fact.
Yeah,
That-
I love him.
It was
And for good
intended.
reason.
It was,
Yeah,
it was intended to be the mascot Pokemon,
Yeah.
Was it at one point?
which is
Yeah.
why early on you see a lot of Poliwhirl
Sure.
and stuff, and then it kind of gets shunted to the side because Pikachu took off.
It's
with
like
the
on that
other.
early Time magazine cover and everything, where they were like, "Is Pokemon hypnotizing our kids?" And that is who they had
Exactly.
represent
And
And
that.
the answer is yes,
Yeah.
he did.
You have to go for it.
I agree that Poliwhirl. I want to speak in a little bit of defense of Galisapod. Just
Don't.
okay.
I think Gliscopod deserves a little bit of
My
respect.
thing with Galisapod is just I think it is cool that they took a bug water type, which is such an unassuming type, and made a like big guy Pokemon. I think pretty
I don't
effectively out of it.
understand its water typing anyway.
It's a bug that lives in the water sometimes. I don't know. I like that it's shaped like it's shaped like Bushido armor. I think it has a really unique design to it. The image we're looking at doesn't show it well, but it has like crossed out like eye patch eyes, like as if it lost its eyes in battle, and I think that's cool. It is a Pokemon that looks like it has been through harsh battles. I do think Poliwhirl is the like simple, effective, beautiful, perfect boy. I just wanted to say why I do like Gliscopod.
Hey, Jay, we got a donation saying hi, Jay.
Hi.
Nice.
Oh, hi, Ron. That's my friend Ron. Hi, Ron. Good morning.
Thank you for the $20 donation.
Thank you.
Right.
$20.
Rise and
My-
grind, babe.
My
Rise
struggle.
and grind.
My struggle with Gliscopod is that it is it's not even the best bug water type from its generation because it came out in the same generation as the Jupiter line.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
And,
Yes.
and I love those so much.
I do
Like,
agree with that.
To me, those are super evocative in a way that Gliscopod looks like they were like, give me a samurai bug and worked backwards
Yeah.
from
It's a
that.
good samurai bug, though.
And I think they did that well. I'm just also it's just not what I don't know.
Why are his hands like this?
because it's the samurai armor. You know?
Yeah, but
like it's
why
it's-
have they done this?
Exactly. It's one of those things where it's like I get what they're going for. It's just not.
I don't like what they're going for.
Gliscopod would be a better design if it was a guy in a suit fighting Kamen Rider. Like,
Yes.
it's not
Yeah.
that. It isn't
No, you're
that.
right.
No, you're so right, actually.
So can
Where
we
are
vote?
votes? Yeah,
Yeah.
Poliwhirl.
Poliwhirl.
Poliwhirl. I think it's Poliwhirl sweep right now.
I will be the Gliscopod vote just to give him one. Poliwhirl takes it.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
Minority Report.
Hey, can I ask before we start the next round, how do you people know all these fucking Pokemon?
It's a lifetime.
It's been
Hey.
30 years.
I
Here's my answer.
know a lot of Pokemon, but every time one of these comes up, I feel, especially this late in the game, it's like, oh yeah, Golisopod. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I'll tell you right now, I don't.
It's because I'm mentally ill.
There's specific flavors.
My brain fast memorizes them when I play every new
Yep.
game in a way it never did for subjects in school.
I can't remember Sam's family's names, but I remember Golisopod.
The next matchup is Primarina versus Pumpkaboo.
We have a lot of 3DS era stuff going on here today.
Yet another
Oh,
fairy
wait,
scarf of flesh.
Yeah.
No,
There's no
And hair. And
Yeah.
hair. Flush.
I'm
You're
How
right.
can you not
and.
like Pumpkaboo?
This is a
It's
tough
It's so
one.
simple.
I-
It's got like little button overall kind of thingies.
I can explain in a couple words quickly how I can not like Pumpkaboo.
What you got, Riley?
I think it sucks I don't like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
What did you say?
I think it sucks I don't like it. That's all I
Riley's
got.
being wrong.
You have no
Wait.
reason.
I agree.
Okay, no. If there's an actual argument here, have it.
I think
I love
I think Gorgeist is the better of the line.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We killed that so quick a few rounds ago.
Really? I'm gonna kill you pretty quick.
Okay. I've been waiting.
This is tough. I like both of these. Primarina is one of those where its coolness is kind of contingent on knowing where she came from.
Yes.
It's kind of contingent on knowing where the line came from and where it goes. I think there's maybe a little too much going on with it, and for that I slightly lean Pumpkaboo. Also, Pumpkaboo has a funky hair thing going on.
Does
that I
have a funny
appreciate.
hair thing going on.
I kind of disagree that you need to like take it with
Yeah, that's fair.
Primarina with Poplio and stuff because
Yeah.
I think that she is very pretty and glamorous on her own. I like the whole glamour clown look.
Uh-huh.
I like those
she's
big
also,
paws.
Yes,
I like
big
that she's
paws
putting
are
your best
very
foot
cute.
forward.
Yes.
I think I'm still Pumpkaboo, but man, Primarina is really good.
It's a good Pokemon.
Yeah, this one's
What
tough.
is?
Throwing shit on Poplio too.
I'm not asking this as like a judgmental question.
Okay.
What is the top half of Pumpkin?
I was just about to
It's
say.
face.
bad.
It's face.
But it's just like
But like
That
pumpkin
fuzzy
wise.
thing.
No, it's
That's
the pumpkin.
What's-
like,
that's a thing some wild pumpkins have, isn't it? I think that is like there are pumpkins that in the wild grow with like more of a, I don't know if it's a flower technically or what it is, but like
I'm gonna Google
with
pumpkin
with
top.
more of a thing kind of coming up, and I like that they didn't just go with make this. I like that they didn't just make it look like a pumpkin in the grocery store. I like that they took like different types of wild pumpkin. It's from X and Y, which are based off France. It might be a French. I don't know what kinds of
Gourd?
pumpkins
French
growing.
experience. of
But there are
pumpkins.
kinds of
Oh, that
gourds
takes
that
it
have
out,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. And I like that they kind of reached around to like get to build it out of that. I like its little wing things. I don't really know why it has them, but I like it. I like that it's a cool little jack-o'-lantern without the jack-o'-lantern being its face. Like it still looks like an animal while still looking like a jack-o'-lantern, and I think that's really good. It kind of hits that like simple and efficient use of the real world thing the same way the Polyworld does for me.
The more I look at Pumpkaboo, the more I listen to Will's criticisms of Primarina, I do like, they do ring true. There is something simple to Pumpkaboo that Primarina is lacking as like a third form that is, it's missing that oomph. Like Primarina's missing something.
I disagree with that.
I
Actually.
disagree.
Yeah.
I think they both have it.
Pumpkaboo, I just
They're both
realized after looking at it for a bit, looks like it's like trying to put on really tight pants.
It's doing its best. It's doing its best.
It's trying.
Yeah.
So, trying to look up to answer Andrew's previous question about why the top of it is like that. Bulbapedia only speculates, considering its fangs, black upper body, and affiliation with Halloween, it may also be based on bats or black cats, which are associated with the holiday.
Sure.
I think that's a stretch.
It's
Yeah.
because Gorgeist would continue that. If
Yeah,
Right,
it's
and it
super
doesn't
good.
intend it.
Yeah.
Can we talk about its fangs?
Yeah, they're great.
I don't see
love
them.
It's good that
That's
it has
it.
Can we enhance?
Yeah, let me get a better
It's
pumpkin
all
up here.
Pokemon.
So-
If that's a design choice,
Yeah, let's
like
get
it
another
should be.
While we're looking it up, I do want to throw out one thing that I really
Oh,
like
he's got teeth.
Sure.
is that I like
Aw.
that Primarina is shackled to being as anthropomorphic as possible because it's a starter, and
Sure.
they refused until recently they've refused to make starters that didn't just turn into a guy.
Yeah.
I think that
Looking at you,
I think
Matt.
Primarina does a decent job of still maintaining its animalness, mostly just by not being bipedal in the end.
Yeah.
I like that it still feels more like a seal than it does like a. It's a seal with human characteristics more than it is a human that looks like a seal.
Yeah.
Like Incineroar,
Yeah.
or like
Fuecoco.
No,
no,
not
no,
Fuecoco. The Quaxley's
doctor.
third.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It looks way less like a persona.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall into that trap.
And that
as
is nice.
much.
I have
like
always
that.
wanted the Pokemon Dugong to look more interesting, and it's if Dugong looked more interesting.
Yeah,
and
it has
that
a-
is a
yeah.
huge point in its favor.
It's like if Dugong like raided someone's jewelry box.
Think
Yeah,
that, that Primarina is sexy like they feel like in Incineroar?
Probably.
I'm sure they do.
There's gotta
Oh
be.
yeah.
It's gotta be.
There's a lot of people.
I mean, nobody
on this
here
earth.
wants to admit it. But
Can I get some votes on the board?
Yeah,
Can I get some votes
out
on
here?
the
I'm
board?
Pumpkaboo. Or sorry, do you want to do it names?
I don't know.
This one's hard.
Pumpkaboo's one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't like a
One
lot
of
of
your
Gen
favorites,
6
really?
Pokemon. Yes.
I think-
I don't love a lot of Gen 6 Pokemon. It's one of the ones that I think really sticks the landing and is like unique and memorable all these years later, outside of Mega Evolutions, to be clear. It's Pumpkaboo all the way.
I
think
I was
I
saying
forgot about
before.
this,
I
dude.
was saying
What?
before that I was leaning towards Pumpkaboo, but I think I was giving it too much credit because Gorgeist is better.
I think it suffers from being in the same gen as Trevenant.
Yeah.
The little
And
Trevenant.
Phantump.
They are
Phantom.
kind of they're kind of interrelated because I think they're version exclusives.
Yeah, I
yes?
think so.
Yeah.
But,
the same
but I
type.
hate it anytime a gen comes out.
Rowan,
It's-
we promise nothing about good Pokemon choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to the show. You know
Also,
that.
also, we got 2 minutes left.
Hey Matt, can I get
No,
you
we're
one
good.
real
We're good.
quick?
We got.
Yeah, we have.
I really
got
like the
6 minutes
slappy
left.
hands in the
Minutes.
Primarina.
The hands
Yeah.
are really good. Those bring it a long way for me. Where like if to the human point, those could have looked a lot more human and a lot worse.
And
Yeah.
Primarina is one of those
Two minutes
Pokemon.
left.
I think we have extra. Don't we have
We have 6
We got
minutes.
6.
We got 6 minutes.
Okay, so
Primarina is one of those Pokemon that like. Even though you think you might, you can't really give it the criticism of that it's like over-designed and what we were saying before about like Garchomp or whatever. There's a lot going on with Primarina, but I think that it all
Yeah.
contributes
It all makes
to the
sense.
whole.
I agree with that. I
really
completely agree
cohesive.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for that reason, I think I'm gonna switch and go Primarina.
Yeah, I'm free Marina too.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
I love
Ballerina as
Pumpkaboo's
well.
little teeth.
Okay.
I love his little teeth, but I gotta go Primarina.
Is it a Primarina sweep?
I think it is.
It's,
No.
it's,
Not
it's
sweet,
not a
it's
sweep
Jay.
because
Okay.
I am the one dissenting vote on many of these matchups today.
but we're
But
calling it for
Primarina.
Primarina.
Yeah, we're
Primarina
calling it for
takes it.
Jay's
Primarina.
going down with the ship in every matchup.
We have made pumpkin soup out of my little boy.
Jay's like, I
It's
can't
okay,
keep
buddy.
losing votes.
Listen, it's fine. I need to. This normally doesn't happen on any episode I host, so it had to happen live. It's fine. Who do we have? Do you have who we have next?
I do have who we have next. Next is a Chikorita versus a Swampert.
Oh.
Just in time for you, Jacqueline.
This is gonna be the rest of the episode, the rest of the block.
Well,
Nobody
It
knows.
is.
Mega Swampert.
Man.
plushie.
Does anyone
It's a rare
care
plush.
about Chikorita?
I
No,
I like
Chikorita's got a lot of
Thank
personality.
you.
We talked about the anime. Chikorita has a ton of personality in the anime. I kind of think it actually looks like shit, but I think it has an incredible
Yeah.
personality in the anime. That's my
Yeah,
struggle with it. It's also so by a mile the worst starter in Gold and Silver that you could ever pick.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it just is. Every gym is strong against it. Like you
Wow.
have to get to the post game for it to be useful at all, and by then you probably have better Pokemon.
And yet I
Yeah.
still took
But-
on the
but it-
Pokemon League and beat it with
and
that.
so did I.
Frankly,
And so
I
did
think
I.
you're wrong, but also I haven't played that game
Okay.
since I was 7. So all I remember is that I cheated a bunch of rare candies into my game and
Anything's
made it level
possible.
100.
Yeah.
So
Anything,
everything.
possible
anything
with
is
rare
possible,
candy.
and we must remember that anything is possible.
But I really love its little necklace. I like the big leaf.
It's actually too
Um,
big.
I think it's cute. I also like that Tumblr pose. It's like
Titties out,
that one's
yeah.
got- she's got the pearl necklace and titties out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should allow Jacqueline
Yeah,
to speak.
Jacqueline.
Yeah, let's take the
Jacqueline.
I've talked a lot about Swampert on here over and over again. I'm gonna do it again. I'll talk about a different aspect than I usually do.
Let's go.
I think it's
Let's go.
too many attributes.
Alright.
In contrast contrast to what was what everyone was saying about Chikorita, Swampert is a kid's best friend playing Pokemon. It's a great Pokemon that'll just carry you through the whole game. It'll feel great to play with the whole time, and you get to surf on it. You get to do all that shit. It's great to look at. I love it. It's so cute.
It is Nuzlocke's favorite.
It's Nuzlocke's
favorite.
favorite. It's my favorite. It's got big blue arms, big blue slappy arms. Even the Mega Evolution is good. And yeah, it's Swampert.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Swampert easy.
I am notably mixed on Mega Evolutions. I like Mega Swampert quite a bit. I like that it just kind of like every part of it bulks up. I think that's good. I like its big. I don't know. I look at this and I'm like, that thing is the Kool-Aid man, the Pokemon, in terms of crashing through the wall somehow. Yeah, I don't know. It's Swampert.
It's Swampert for me too. These are my two like starter picks, just regardless as a kid growing up. But between the two, I think that Swampert definitely takes it for all the reasons that you were talking about. Honestly, It's just a really great carry. It's a good, solid Pokemon.
As an axolotl owner, I like that they made an axolotl that looks like it could kill me.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's hard for them to do.
Because whenever I look at my axolotl, I think like, you are the most fragile creature. You are the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and I love you. And to take that and to like have faith in it and to see the growth potential, I like that as Swampert.
And just the payoff to get from Mudkip to a teenager to this guy.
Yeah, its color scheme is good. I like the blue and orange. I like its big fins. I think those are just a really like cool design choice.
It's sick.
It's Swampert, right?
It's
Swampert.
No dissenting voters?
No, Chikorita.
Okay, fine.
Look at it.
She's crying.
Bring her to me.
This is gonna be the last, or next one is gonna be the last one.
Okay,
cool.
All right. I have great news for you. It's Dewant versus Poliwrath.
Okay, well, 2 polys, 1 episode.
2 polys in 1 episode.
Wow.
It's Poliwrath.
Poliwrath.
I heard Andrew yell Poliwrath.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of Dewott fans. Are there any in this room?
No.
I'll dissent.
I don't give a
I don't really care about
All right,
that
next
thing.
one.
I like
Next
the
matchup. Never mind. It's
I like the little
Poliwrath,
shells.
right?
Look at the shells.
Shells
on
are
its
cute.
tips.
It's a good Pokemon.
And
It's
it's so
Poliwrath.
accurate.
It's a good Pokemon, but look
It's
at
a
Poliwrath.
it's a good Pokemon, but it's up against Poliwrath.
I do think it's kind of insane that they looked at Poliwhirl. We talked about the whole glass frog thing. They look at this frog whose intestines are visible. They said, what are we going to do with the 3rd evolution? We need to make it fighting type.
Yes.
We need to give it It's cool. I don't know why that's what they did. I like it. I don't get it. I like
point
it.
here. Poliwrath is just bigger Poliwhirl.
That's
No.
like there is no goddamn
They
difference.
clicked on the corner in Photoshop and
Here's
just
the thing.
went.
I do agree with this.
He's got
Here's the
fingers
thing.
now.
It's ripped Poliwhirl.
He's got fingers now. No, it had one thumb in his little boxing glove. Now he has 3 fingers.
Show me Poliwhirl, if you can.
Wrath.
please.
Whirl.
Poliwhirl versus Poliwrath. He has acquired more fingers.
He's also madder.
Does Poliwhirl...
That's the same.
No!
Yeah, no, it
There's no little indent in that glove. There's no fingers there.
They are
What's-
very similar Pokemon.
What's the question?
We're
How
talking
many
about...
fingers does Poliwrath have?
Poliwrath has 2 and then a big thumb.
Yes.
Yeah,
Look.
whereas Poliwhirl only has the big thumb.
Right, he grows.
He grows.
He grows.
He grows.
I agree. When I was a kid, I drew pictures of
Rise and
Pokemon.
grind,
It's
gamers.
angrier.
Rise and Grind Gamers.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
He's
I
got-
drew...
He's got that wrath.
When I was a kid, I drew Pokemon in my notebooks a lot and all the time. I would draw either a Poliwhirl or Poliwrath and not really know which one I was drawing because to me they looked so much.
Skill issue.
Polytoad.
I was
better.
6.
Skill issue.
That's fair. No, you're right. I received my
better.
time.
Look, Poliwrath has a unique typing,
Yeah,
except
I agree with that.
unless you
It
count
doesn't anymore,
legendaries.
but it did. And starters now.
Yeah.
It did once upon a time.
Right,
Continue.
you're
Go,
right.
go, go, go.
You're
No,
right.
go, go,
The
go, go.
duck is in the same category. Poliwrath is what if you took a funky little lad and made him angry. He's ready to tussle.
Wait.
I love the change to Poliwrath. I love the fact that you can leave your you don't have to have a Poliwrath. You can leave your Poliwhirl be.
Yeah.
If left alone, it'll just be a Poliwhirl. You can fucking make him mad by showing him a stone.
I think we've made some valid criticisms of Poliwrath. I'd be curious to hear genuine advocacy for Dewott. I don't understand the appeal.
Okay, look at it. It has.
I'm looking.
It has a little.
I see him.
Little kind of skirt thing. He has to be from Sun and Moon, right?
No, he's from Black and White.
He's from Black and White.
Yeah. That's
Whatever.
what Oshawott
He's
evolved
still
into.
looks
Let's
cool.
actually look at this guy really
He's
quick.
got kind of
Because
like
he looks
a
cute on my
tropical look.
side, but I don't know.
He's got the weird weird like hair kind of fin thing. I like that it's kind of like aquatic, but it's also a little bit like anthropomorphic because it's on the 2 feet. It's got the little paws. It's got the cute little nose. It's very angry as well. This is an angry versus angry matchup. It's got the 2 little whiskers that are great. The little feet. Look at the feet. I need you to look at the feet before you say anything.
I'm looking at the feet.
Their
They're
feet
fine.
does
I have nothing for you.
But like that,
Not feet.
Duat is like angry. Polyrath is wrathful.
Yeah.
You know, like we're not.
I
We're
don't
not
want
the same
wrath.
here.
Duat looks like looks like the white middle schooler who like is like a mall ninja.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
that
That
not
is.
point 4?
Might be.
I have a feeling more than one person here was probably a mall ninja.
To your point with that, though.
Hot
you're
mall
not
ninjas?
wrong.
No thanks.
But we've grown.
Yeah.
Duat does evolve into samurai. It does have like the samurai theme throughout it. I really like samurai. I don't know what this evolves into a quadruped Pokemon. I know we're not
he
counting
is
the
really
evolution,
angry,
but I
huh?
don't get that.
So it goes down?
Yes,
Yeah.
it go big and go down.
It stops using a sword so it can crawl on the ground.
So it can hold the sword in its mouth like Zoro, but the problem is it only has the sword in its mouth like Zoro.
That's a skill issue.
So Duat, I think is it is cool for a middle evolution in a way that
It's
most
fine.
evolutions aren't. Most of them are just kind of derpy. This one's like, oh, it's got a bit of a personality.
It does. I'll give it to
It's
you.
got a bit of an edge. It's got like it looks like it's ready to fight. I like that about it. I just think that it is fine.
Is this a middle evolution?
It is.
Yeah.
It's the best middle evolution I've ever seen.
Oh
Damn.
no.
It's up there. I wouldn't
In
go.
my
I wouldn't go that far.
I
but
think it's got
definitely up
personality.
there.
Your turtle is calling. But anyway.
Did they kill Duat yet?
We're working on it.
One sec.
We're working on it.
Duat is one of my favorite starters.
Okay.
Oh, careful.
That is.
Welcome.
Oh damn.
Oh god.
Oh, we're just
I
killing
didn't put it on
everything.
my list.
So that's one against Duat.
Right, yeah, Riley
Yeah.
tried to talk about it and immediately
Never
spilled
mind.
coffee, so never mind. Duat loses,
Duat
Polyrath
insta-kill.
goes on.
Wait,
I
one
really
last-
want to see Poliwrath versus Poliwhirl eventually.
Yeah.
One last thing to say about Poliwrath. The way that we talked about Poliwhirl is a perfect like partner Pokemon. If you think about it in that angle, Poliwrath is the perfect evolution. It embodies like this is a fighting type now. Fighting is what Pokemon is about in a lot of ways. In the initial pitch, and also it's just your guy but bigger, and you grow attached to your guy. and
So,
it's
one of the magical things about Duat that I think is lost in its evolutions, but it holds and Oshawott holds, is like, it has a attitude that I feel like a lot of starters end up missing. It is a style that a lot of starters, middle evolutions...
Bro, you want to talk about attitude? The other guy has wrath in his name.
Yeah, totally. I understand we just let him forward in another team as well. He looked like, I think that Poliwrath, while I like the design, shouldn't run. While Poliwrath is a good Pokemon. Like genuinely, I like him. I think that like Duat is a like 1 in a million starter. I think Duat is like one of the top starters, next to like Charmeleon.
Why?
Because I think its design is good. The way it stands is good. The way it's like its little jacket is good. Its scallops is great. It's a great signature move. It has
I
a
couldn't tell you shit about this Pokemon.
it has a
It is
genesis.
like
Like,
Gen 5.
this is a Everstone Pokemon for me.
Wow,
Oh.
okay.
He is like, I don't see Samurai because Samurai fucking sucks, but Duat has it in a way that like Poliwrath also has it. I will give it that.
I think Poliwrath has the stronger silhouette, just like from a design
Yeah.
perspective.
You say that, but then we saw its silhouette slightly earlier today.
We talked about that too.
Should we get into votes?
Sure.
We
Yeah.
should
I think
because
we
we're
should get
already
into
over
votes.
time.
Yeah. Polyrath. Raise
Poly-
your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have been swayed to do
I
it.
asked you one thing.
Riley, you didn't ask me shit.
I have been swayed to Duat because what you mentioned Charmeleon, and we talked about how a lot of middle evolution starters just look like petulant teenagers. This looks like a petulant teenager
does.
with a specific hobby.
Yeah.
To the mall ninja point. And that is like what the starter middle evolutions need to be, and that has swayed me.
All right.
He's good.
But
It's still losing, but that
still,
sways me.
still losing unless somebody in chat donates $5.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
We need a lot of people,
Riley.
Shall we
You and I are the
call it?
only ones who voted for
7-2.
Duat.
God damn.
If you want to change history, you
It
can
is-
keep donating, but
Yep.
for now, Polyrath
It
wins.
is 3-6. We're calling it.
That's
Polyrath.
Lord.
My
Polyrath.
You know what? It's round 4. I think that's a very good place for a Pokemon this good to die.
I feel that way
That's one of
about
those things. We have to
everything.
like wrap up. They
Yep.
made it this far because they killed a lot of others, and I'm happy for them.
I still retain Polyrath as just Poliwhirl.
They worked up to Blue Belt.
But
Yeah,
Poliwhirl is
Right.
also
It's
good.
also perfect.
Yeah.
Jay, take us home.
Speaking of wrapping things up, I think that's gonna do it for Champs in the Making. What do we have going on next?
Build a Lorbo competition.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Lorbo
We are
builder.
queuing
Builder.
up. We are queuing up Soul Calibur 6. One of them.
Yep.
Still
Our
Soul still burns.
Moonshot's own Chris Hutton. You've heard the legends. He's real. He's in this house right now, and he's gonna lead us through a competition to customize some Soul Calibur characters and see who can make the weirdest freak. We'll be back soon with some weird freaks.
All right.
Sweet.
And then we're gonna cut the camera, cut the mic. You got it. All from here.